Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama and today we are bringing you Team Epic versus Team Raze. This is going to be AHGL, the After Hours Gaming League, and this is going to be a real treat for you guys because Team Epic has yet to lose a match, and I don't just mean this season, I mean in their entire time with the AHGL. So I believe they were here for both Season 2 and Season 3, in which case I think they went 12-0 and they won Season 2, and then they're 3-0 so far in Season 3. This is week number 4. So I do want to just note a couple of things. Blizzard changed a lot of stuff over here, kind of by my mouse right there. They changed the whole replay timer, and it actually offset all the like old replay things that you have. So whenever you have a certain replay cover, I guess overlay, whatever, it actually bumped the time up to where it could be visible and stuff. So I'm kind of doing like a makeshift thing to block it out. I'm sure that we'll get that all settled for the future. But regardless, I think it's time that I introduce the players. So up in the top right hand corner of Cloud Kingdom is going to be Epic's Raised, who has played a PvP in all 4 matches that he has played, and it is his 5th match today, and it is a PvP, so a 5th one for him. Hopefully that's his specialty, I suppose, for him. And his opponent's going to be Surreal, the red Protoss spine on the bottom left-hand corner, and he is playing for Team Twitter right here. They're currently 1-1. They have a very tough matchup, of course, going up against Team Epic right here. But you know what? We'll see what they can do. Maybe they can pull something out. And I think somebody told me some stats between these two teams last season, but I can't remember. Maybe they were like, I think they had like a 4-1 maybe. That might have been the last week, so I'm not exactly sure. Either way though, Surreal going to go ahead and go for a little gas block right here. Make sure his opponent sticks to 1 gas. And actually they did face off. I can't remember if it was a 4-1, but double gas anyways going after Real, for Surreal. I can't remember if it was a 4-1 or whatnot, but I know that Raised took out Twitter's player. Oh, what was his name? I think he's going to be coming up in game number 2, actually. So we'll go ahead and get to see him. But it was on Tall Dream Altar with a Korean 4-gate. So we'll have to see if he's going to 4-gate again or what exactly he's going to do. He does take a second gas, though, at this time. And is also getting a second gateway down, so it looks like he's going for a 3-stalker opening. And I know a few of you guys are sitting there saying, hey, it's laggy, right? Okay, no, it's not laggy. But I know a few of you guys are sitting there saying, hey, wait a second, don't you have a co-caster named Laughing Man? And yes, I do. And unfortunately, he is having, he's moving to America, actually, because he has become a part of Team Clarity Gaming. And as I'm sure many of you know, they now have a gaming house over in New York, a very nice part of New York, too. And down on like Long Island, I think. So he's going to be moving into the gaming house from Australia. So right now he's kind of making that whole transition, and of course this means he does not have internet. So unfortunately I'm going to go ahead and have to just cast this week's games by myself here, but he should be back for next week, and then after that, I mean, he'll be at Clarity Gaming House, where I'm sure they're going to have great internet. So it should just be pumping from that point on with some great casting at that point. So with that being said, I mean, look at all the cool little things that they have in Heart of the Swarm now. They've really started to work on the little details now. And like I said, they changed the replay timer around a little bit. They changed where now you have like these little decals on the Nexus. All the animations are starting to look really, really cool. It's just kind of really becoming a cool game. So Dark Shrine going down right here. I was wondering, because we saw that Twilight Council. He's going to go ahead and exterminate the probe trying to scout in there, but there's a Dark Shrine in the back, and will those 2 zealots maybe be a tell right here? They just might, as Epic's Raised is throwing down a robotics facility. Says, you know what, I'm not feeling too safe right now. I'm not sure what you're doing. I mean, he could just be going for a 1-gate expand with this army composition right here, but the double zealot does kind of give off a hint like, hey, you have a lot of gas, you got those 2 early gas very quickly. And so he's going to go ahead and get out a robotics facility. And additionally, of course, he's getting the mothership core. And then he has the Stargate as well. And if I do believe, is it the mothership or the Oracle now that has the ability? Let's see when the Oracle pops out. There it is. Okay, so, oh, that's right, they changed it. So Time Warp is on the Oracle now, or on the mothership now, but the Oracle has that detection. grants detection right there in the event that these DTs were to get in. So DTs, I think, a little less strong at this point, though they do cost less gas. Was it for the actual DT, or was it for the... there goes the DT, going to head on over a couple of them right there. See how much damage they can do, though an observer is already on the way. But was it the Dark Shrine or the DT itself? Let's see. The Dark Shrine down to 150 gas. And then I think the DTs still cost 125. So the Dark Shrine was down 100 gas right there. So just make it a little bit of a cheaper investment. And Oracle going to go ahead and be out. And it looks like Epic sees this completely right here. Epic's raise. He's going to back up and easily snipe that DT. And will Surreal be able to pull this one back? It looks like Willie's like, alright, I'm just going to go ahead and... push this guy over here to the third, maybe try and deny something like that. Oracle now on the way, probably over to this mineral line. We'll have to see how much damage that pulsar beam can do. It does so much damage just sitting on top of these probes. I mean, just two-shotting. Boom, dead, 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 dead. I mean, it is insanely fast. And is it going to be able to get a sentry as well? Wow, it's doing a lot of damage, and it's actually going to be able to escape. Not much health, just 60 shields, 100 health there, but 6 kills right there, 1 sentry, which almost, I mean, doesn't almost pay for it, but is very, very good right there, considering sentries are 100 gas, 50 minerals, but then additionally 5 pro kills. So very nicely done for just the 1 Oracle. And now moving into Stargate, moving into Void Rays. And I really do like this decision here by Raised. And the big reasoning is because Void Rays got that buff now where they have this prismatic alignment. And it's just really, really good. And especially good in PvP because Stalkers aren't a very... I mean, Protoss in PvP, there's just not very good anti-air. Like, Protoss is not designed with very good anti-air units. So a lot of Protoss players, now that the Void Rays have been buffed and are doing additional damage to armored, all that stuff, they're just a lot better unit. You're seeing a lot of Protoss players move into those Void Rays, and it's very difficult to defend, and we'll have to see what exactly Surreal can do at this point, but I mean, I'm definitely a little worried because it's just so hard to kill off Void Rays at this point, and we just see Raised over here just continuing to pump out Voids non-stop. 3 Void Rays already on the field at this time versus 3 Stalkers and 2 Sentries as the anti-air defense. So what else do we have coming down for Surreal at this time? Looks like we have 1 more gate being added on. He's also adding on a Stargate of his own, so it looks like he wants to start getting into the air tech as well. And he has this robotics facility to get this observer out. So it's interesting to see both players did get the robotics facility, as generally, Wings of Liberty, that's the key thing. You're pumping out Immortals, then you're switching to Colossus, double Robo Colossus. But in Heart of the Swarm, actually, as I was saying before, the Stargate really is the king, I feel like. So it doesn't seem like either player really using these robotics facilities too much. Finally starting an Immortal right there. But definitely focusing more on everything coming out of the Stargate. And, I mean, oh my goodness. Where did he get 12 kills on that Oracle? I missed it. So I was talking somewhere, and that Oracle flew in and got 6 more kills. And now it looks like Surreal looking to maybe do some pressure at the most, though. Just kind of checking out for this Oracle, which is going to try and swing in yet again. Might even get a few more kills. Such a strong unit right here. And is he going to be able to get out alive? Yes, he will. So he's so quick. The Oracles are so fast. 3.38 move speed. That's like a Reaper. Which are actually at 3.85 move speed now in Heart of the Storm, now that they actually changed up the upgrade to where you no longer have the upgrade and you just kind of get... What is it? You just automatically get the speed. So third base now going down here for Raised. We're going to have to see if Surreal is going to mimic, and yes he will, so he is going to mimic, not just try and go for some sort of big hit, which would be difficult at this time because I feel like Surreal is definitely behind at this point. If we do look at Raised at this time, tons of kills on this Oracle have helped that, but he's just ahead in the tech. He's got 3 Void Rays, he has more, there we go, 6 Void Rays. Jeez, he has 6 Void Rays with the 7th on the way. He has an Immortal out as well in his army. Does our red player Surreal? He doesn't even have a Mothership core at this time. So it looks like Surreal has been playing a lot of Wings of Liberty. hasn't quite moved into the heart of the swarm units and getting a feel for those yet. Fleet Beacon, though, actually on the way. See if he gets a mothership out, or if he's going to be going for fast carrier or something as the second Stargate is being thrown down. But will it even matter? Will he have enough time to get things out, as we're going to go ahead and see Raised start to push over at this time with those 6 Void Rays and the rest of his army? It is seen here by Surreal, who I'm imagining is going to have to cancel this 3rd base and just kind of warp in emergency units right here. He does have some Phoenix to try and deal with these Void Rays. And I'm not actually sure how Phoenix versus the new Void Rays do. I'd imagine the Phoenix would be pretty good. And it looks like they're not doing terribly right there. But wow, Void Rays are just so strong. And here, Surreal's just kind of moving around. Looks like he had a little bit of a missed micro right there. And Rays just going to continue to push in Void Rays with such sick DPS at this time. Taking out Phoenix, taking out Stalkers, taking out Zealots. Surreal's army is a bit all over the place, and I mean the supply right there, as you can tell, definitely in favor here of Rays. So I'm imagining it's just going to continue pushing in. It looks like we had the range increase for the Phoenix, so he's trying to outrange these Void Rays right here, but that's not going to happen. This Fleet Beacon is going to go down before that is possible, and Epic's Raised going to continue pushing in, might be able to continue a nice win streak of his PvPs, as he was just absolutely dominant in the last season, and it looks like we'll continue his dominance here, taking out the natural. Surreal trying to do everything he can, but there's not too much. GG from Surreal, and that means Epic goes up 1-0 against Team Twitter. I will see you guys over in game number